Scene 1. Introduction and the innocence lost. Every child deserves a safe haven, a place where trust is absolute and protection is guaranteed. But for 13-year-old Ochanya Ogbanje, that sanctuary became a prison. This is the story of a girl whose innocence was systematically stolen by the very people entrusted with her care. It is the story of a crime that revealed a devastating crisis and ignited a nation's fierce demand for justice. This is the tragic case of Ochanya Ogbanje. Scene 2. The betrayal of trust. Ochanya was living with her relative, her uncle, who was her designated guardian in Benue State, Nigeria. Under the guise of providing a stable home, this relationship of trust was brutally exploited. The abuse she suffered was not a single incident. It was prolonged, continuous, and systematic. The violation was carried out not just by her guardian, Andrew Ogbanje, but also by his son, Victor Ogbanje. For a young girl carrying this secret, enduring this pain daily, the physical and emotional toll was immense. She was trapped in a cycle of fear, unable to speak out against the figures who held all the power in her life. Ochanya's ordeal eventually became impossible to hide. The years of abuse took a devastating toll on her health. She was finally rushed to the hospital, suffering from severe complications related to the sustained trauma. It was in the hospital, in her final days, that the heartbreaking truth of her abuse was uncovered, sending shockwaves through her family and community. Despite medical efforts, the damage inflicted upon her body was too great. Ochanya Ogbanje, just 13 years old, tragically succumbed to her injuries. She died not just from a physical illness, but from the crime committed against her. Her death was not an end to the story, but the beginning of a powerful public fight. News of Ochanya's death and the horrifying circumstances quickly galvanized the public. The hashtag #JusticeForOchanya exploded across social media. Human rights organizations, including the National Human Rights Commission, condemned the act in the strongest terms and demanded accountability from the Nigerian police and the Benue State government. The legal process began, complicated and fraught with challenges. Andrew Ogbanje, the uncle, was arrested. However, his son, Victor Ogbanje, was reportedly on the run, complicating the prosecution. The Benue State authorities were heavily pressured to ensure the maximum force of the law was brought down on those responsible. Ochanya's case became a symbol, highlighting the dire need for the enforcement of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition, or VAPP Act, and the need to protect minors from all forms of sexual violence, especially in situations of guardianship. Conclusion and call to action. The tragedy of Ochanya Ogbanje is a haunting reminder that the fight against gender-based violence is far from over. Her name stands for all the victims who suffered in silence and for the tireless advocates who refuse to let their voices be forgotten. If you know a child who is facing abuse, or if you yourself are a victim, there is help available. Please reach out to your local child protection service or a trusted helpline immediately. Silence protects the abuser. Speaking up saves lives. Rest in peace, Ochanya. Your fight for justice continues.